Hey peps, RP here, and this is the final Crybaby art challenge / art speaks tribute to Melanie Martinez, and the illustration you see before you is from the song Mad Hatter, and I made it a pastel goth version of Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. And the topic for this episode of Art Speaks, if you have yet to read the title, is about loving yourself, because I ran out of ideas here. Originally I was going to talk about the recent thing with Madame, but I decided against it for obvious reasons. So, this is the main topic at hand for this video. I actually had to re-script this multiple times, so this topic for the final Melanie Martinez speed drawings are going to be about loving oneself. This is a very overly talked about topic, but an important one at that. Now, growing up, I didn't really love myself a whole lot. To say that I hated myself, be it personality-wise or by physical appearance, would be an understatement. And the bullying didn't help with these issues either. I think the problem started when I was in 4th grade with my teacher hating my guts because I was made out to be the disobedient demon child, and she would do nothing to stop the bullying that was going on. If I was getting punched in the face, she'd most likely tell me to stop crying and to grow the hell up, and make me go back into the classroom with my unintended bleeding nose and bruising face. That part never happened, thankfully, but that was just an example. 5th grade, bullied by boys because I was in the Kardashian copycat cookie cutter wannabe, but instead a video game nerd and some obese blob. I'm not even joking. And I'm not really obese, just making jokes here. I'm sorry. 6th grade and onward, it all escalated from there. When high school came around, I had major trust issues with others and myself, and I've made multiple attempts to commit not alive, for all the same reasons I mentioned before. But now, after leaving that crappy little turd convention, I still have those issues every now and again, but at the same time, I have a very high confidence and no longer give a flying fuck about what anyone says, mainly because they're insecure about whatever flaws they have, and take out their self-hatred on others, friends, enemies, families, etc. Now, I could be rambling on about this, but I think a better case in point is Melanie Martinez's album Crybaby, and all the songs on the album. No, I'm not going to include the extra songs like Playdate, Teddy Bear, Cake, or Gingerbread Man. To start off, the song Crybaby is about the character Crybaby going through a journey about being comfortable in her own skin. The main song is about her being called Crybaby, and she's gonna cry no matter what, and isn't gonna give a fuck if they call her Crybaby or not. Dollhouse is about Crybaby's life and her family, with her mom being an alcoholic, her dad being a sleaze, and her brother doing the devil's lettuce. Sippy Cup, the mom tries to hide her alcoholism, finds the dad with his mistress, murders them both, and Crybaby is drugged forgetting about the whole thing. Carousel, Crybaby falls in love with a boy, but their relationship is like a cycle of the same thing over and over. Alphabet Boy, her man tries to teach her music. Crybaby doesn't like that, so she does a more unique way of songwriting. Soap, she meets a boy and wants to tell him that she likes him, but thinks she said too much and decides to wash her mouth out with soap. Training Wheels, basically a love song about a relationship's foundation losing and falling. Pity Party, Crybaby invites everyone, including her crush, and no one arrives, so she makes the best of the situation and pretends her loneliness doesn't bother her. Tag You're It, the song of Melanie's voice shows Crybaby's fear within this one. A boy finds out she's single, kidnaps her, and takes her away to his house to be his slave. So, basically, Tag You're It is a song about kidnapping someone and forcing them into an unwanted slavery relationship. That went deeper than I thought it would. Cookies and Milk, Crybaby puts poison in the boy's cookies after eating them. She kills the boy with kindness and makes a daring escape. Pacify Her, definitely one of the more adult songs in this one, if you will. Crybaby sees a boy she likes with another girl who happens to be the basic bitch, as she puts it. She tries to get the boy to like her, but with the girl getting the man back. Mainly because Crybaby has seen her dad with so many mistresses, so she decides to become one too. Mrs. Potato Head, Crybaby wonders if pain is beauty because a woman pays thousands of dollars for plastic surgery, but realizes plastic surgery isn't worth it, and there is beauty in emotional pain as well. And finally, Mad Hatter. Crybaby realizes she's crazy, but all the best people are, and is done trying to be Alice, so she decides to be the Mad Hatter instead, coming to terms that Crybaby isn't an insult to her, and her life is an emotional masterpiece. And after finally coming to terms with her own craziness, is comfortable in her own skin. I recommend you listen to the entire album of Crybaby by Melanie, and trust me when I say this, it's awesome. So to end the super short video, whether you are imperfect or flawless, your flaws and imperfections are what make you awesome. And whether you are flawless or imperfect, and if you do hate yourself, I know that the journey to loving yourself is hard, but once you come to terms with your own unique craziness, you'll realize that all the best people are. And trust me when I say this, I'm insane in the membrane as well, and I've learned that all the best people are crazy. Again, me as case in point, as well as Crybaby. I know I probably rambled on at this point, and this video doesn't really make any sense, but I really hope it does help any of you guys out there. I'm also very sorry that this video was short, but if the speed drawing is still going, enjoy, and I'll see y'all in the outro.